Good afternoon. My name is Sidonie Gbazale, and I'm delighted to be here today to share my story with you. As a child growing up in Ivory Coast, I dreamed to become a midwife as my mother. I was born in a big family of 15 kids, 7 boys and 8 girls, and I was the last girl. Unfortunately, my dad did not want me to go to school because Unfortunately, my dad did not think girls should go to school because his other girl did not complete school. He said it was a waste of time and money to send me to school. So, when I was 6 years old, watching the kid of my age going to school made me sad, and I cried daily. Then, one day, my older sister, who was in high school in another city, sent me a school uniform and told me, just walk with the other students of the village to the school. So, I did, against my dad's wishes. However, he did not notice that I was going to school, following my other friend, because he was too busy walking to the farm. On the 3rd day of the school, the principal called me to the office because my name was not on the official registration list. Then he also called my father and told him to register me officially to the 1st grade, which he declined to do because, as him, the girl did not succeed in school. So why wasting his money on me? The principal asked me if I want to go to school, and I said yes. I wanted to succeed. I love to learn, and I wanted to go to school. Because my father did not have the required money to send me to school, the principal did buy my school supply, and my dad finally agreed that I can stay in school. I was so excited, you can't believe it, because I love to learn. And I kept thinking that one day I will be a midwife. At the end of the year, I have the highest grade of my class, and which encouraged my father and proved to him that I can succeed. When I was 10 years old, I moved in with my brother, who was a teacher in high school, in a big city far from my village. There, I started 5th grade in a brand new school. Years later, when I entered high school, unfortunately, I had to drop out for financial reasons, and once again, my dream of becoming a midwife vanished. Then, I worked for a few years to earn some money and eventually to enroll in a CNA program. However, I did never work as CNA because soon after, I met a wonderful guy, got married, and 2 years later, immigrated to the United States in 2016. 2006. Sorry. Yeah, 2006. I was so excited to start a new life in my new country, but I was scared because I did not speak any English. Still, I was determined to learn this new language and begin to study again. I did not expect to be able to continue my education overnight, but my sheer determination to be successful pushed me on. I enrolled in ESL program at Genesis Center in Providence, and once again, my dream of returning to school and ultimately study nursing program resurfaced. Once I started feeling more confident in English, my teacher encouraged me to get my high school diploma through the National External Diploma Program, which I accomplished in just 3 months with the help of a great teacher, Donna Chambers. She may be somewhere here. Yeah, with the help with Donna Chambers and her dedicated team. With my high school credential in hand, I now had more employment options. I enrolled in skill training program and became a certified nursing assistant. Then I moved to a better job as a CNA in a field that will help to prepare me for my future career as a nurse. The next step of my journey was to find a way to enroll in college to study nursing. It was then I met Mary Greca Romero from Rhode Island Regional Adult Learning, who suggests that I join the Transition to College program. She played a significant role in my education and encouraged me to keep my dream alive one day at a time. Through the Transition to College program, I work closely with other great teachers and mentors who supported me to excel in subjects where I had previously struggled. Moreover, the Transition to College offered me the guidance necessary to enroll in the Community College of Rhode Island nursing program. The TTC team was with me every step of my way, checking to make sure I took the right courses and gave me help when I needed. Believe me, navigating the sea of higher education system in the United States would have been much more difficult if I had not received support from Transition to College program. After years of working hard in school, working as a CNA, raising a family, and receiving the guidance to pursue my education, I finally passed the nursing entrance exam I finally passed the nursing entrance exam, and I'm proud to have RN at the end of my name. I have faced many challenges along my way, which I believe have contributed to making me the strong woman I am today. Not being native English speaker was the biggest barrier I faced. In addition, being a mother of 5 and working full-time meant that I could not always study as much as I need to. But I persisted, and I have kept my dream alive through it all. I am thankful to God, my lovely family, and all the dedicated people who have supported me along the way. Despite the many challenges over the years, I have learned to adjust by working harder than I ever had in my entire life. Over time, I excelled in my courses and even start helping other struggling nursing students. After years of hard work, sacrifice, and countless challenges, I graduated as one of the top in the nursing program, and I landed a job as a nurse in a local nursing home shortly after graduating. Moving from an entry-level job to a better job to a great career as a nurse takes time, a village, and my strong commitment for a better life. I am still working on my dream of becoming a midwife. I plan to return to school next fall to pursue my Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing. And one day, I will become a midwife. Thank you.